I'm not sure that's a lot of help in politics, because a lot of politics is being able to compromise. Now, that I always think roughly three sorts of people go into politics. What I call really decent, reasonable people, and I would clarify people like Jeremy Corbyn, Diane Abbott go in that category. They are reasonable people. They have really strong moral values. They listen to people. They take on board. They look on evidence. And they make wonderful MPs for the constituency, absolutely perfect. They give it their time, give it their energy, give all of that stuff, perfect. The problem is, because they have very high morals, they're not great at compromise. They're not great at doing the kind of deals and leading the team to have a lot of different opinions taken on board. They will listen to an opinion, they will feel that it is morally wrong, and they won't be able to entertain it. So, fine, but they've got a level. Then there are people, and I think of people as Jeremy Hunt and Liz Truss, who are right. They're right. Their life has gone, luck has served them incredibly well. And they know that the way they think is the right way to think. If everybody did things their way, it would be absolutely fine. We all know people like that. They tend to do quite well within parties because of the fact that they're very good at doing deals. Morals are a very slippery concept for them. It gets results. But again, they tend to annoy the hell out of people because they're not reasonable. They don't listen to other voices because they're right. And they tend to barge through. So they do quite well within parties, but they don't tend to get to the level of leader because they've upset too many people, and quite frankly, too many people realise they're a bit of a liability. No matter how they try and put on this leadership thing, when push comes to shove, they don't really have it. The people who tend to make their way up to Prime Minister tend to be, I think, people who have been quite successful. They want a legacy. They're not looking to financially enrich themselves or their friends, although they often do, but not for that reason. They're often doing it because, if there's a job doing, well, I know Jeremy very well. He's a good chap and he's always done a good job, so we'll give it to him because I trust him. Not always a good shade. But they do well as leaders because they're quite good at delegating responsibility. They're quite good at compromise. They do have a moral vision, and they also have a clear vision of where they want to go. The problem is, of course, is that their vision of where they want to go depends on what they've experienced and the life that they lived to that point. Now, my own feeling is that Keir Starmer will do quite well because he comes from relatively humble backgrounds. He's got a good moral framework. His walk up through the legal system will have given him a good insight into people whose lives have gone extremely badly indeed. He's good at delegating because he's led a big team and all the rest of it. And he knows the cost of delegating badly. I mean, obviously. Rishi Sunak, I think, means quite well. But again, where he's come up from means he doesn't have the ability. He's not seen anything of lives very different from him. So he can't see the pitfalls for, if I said the common man, it sounds awful, but you know what I mean. I don't think he means badly. I think he wants the country to do well. It's just his vision of the country doing well and your vision of the country doing well, or mine, are probably quite different. Because he genuinely, I think, is of the sort of person, and there are many of them, lots of Conservative MPs, who genuinely believe that despite having nothing and coming from nothing, everybody can work their way to success. When we all know that that's not really the case. Some people can, and it's usually luck that they have been able to do that. You need more than determination. You need luck, and you need a bit of a helping hand and a shove from those around you. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who've had that and just don't recognise it for what it is, which I think is a shame.